Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pahu. Today I'm gonna walk you through building the Amazon EKS cluster and deploy application using AWS SDK in Golang. We'll see how to develop a Golang application using AWS SDK running in Amazon EKS cluster. The most important of all, we are gonna create a service account and running that Golang app with that service account as a identity of the pod. Okay, let's get it started. Today I'm gonna create my IDE using Amazon CodeCatalyst dev environment. The reason I'm gonna use dev environment is that I can create a random ephemeral containerized IDE environment with everything bundled, so I would not screw up my laptop environment. That is great. I can do it everything containerized, self-containerized. That would be awesome. Okay, so let's sign in into the Amazon CodeCatalyst. You can sign in using Builder ID or AWS SSO. Okay, I'm in. So just create your space and the project. So in my case, I have created my project, AWS SDK. So I just go to my project, create a empty repository. For example, code source repository. I'm gonna create empty repository, EKS create, and now create a dev environment for this repository, and I'm gonna use VS Code. Storage 32 gigabyte, timeout 1 hour, okay, 2 hour maybe. Okay, create, open my VS Code. Okay, so your local VS Code will be opening with the remote instance running on Amazon CodeCatalyst dev environment. So I'm gonna trust the authors. Okay, so now you are running in a remote CodeCatalyst dev environment instance with just README, an empty file, right? First thing first, we have to configure our AWS CLI. So in my case, I'm gonna use the AWS SSO to log in to authenticate myself. So I need to configure my AWS CLI. So I actually had a shell script to auto configure my AWS config. So if you look at my script, it's actually generating a here document like this. So I'm gonna run this. Okay. So if you check the AWS config, you actually have to configure this file. If you use AWS SSO, you can configure your default profile like this. Okay, and now AWS STS get caller identity. Okay, we are good. So now let's see if we have CDK version. No, we do not have CDK. Okay, so let's just install the CDK CLI npm install. Okay, we have CDK now. Awesome. Okay, so first thing first, let's initiate a CDK repository, remove the README, and init again. Okay, and now let's open the TypeScript in the lib directory, and we have this class to implement, right? So now we are gonna create an EKS cluster. So for EKS cluster, we need AWS EKS. As EKS, we probably need EC2, and we need IAM, right? Okay, so now let's create a cluster. Okay, before that, yeah, let's log in the Amazon queue, because Amazon queue is always very, very helpful. So I'm gonna log in Amazon queue, install Amazon queue. Okay, I guess we have Amazon queue now. Amazon queue login. Okay, we have Amazon queue now. Okay, so let's create a cluster. For the cluster, what we should have a version, right? And the latest version is 129. So it should be 129 And cluster name, I don't care. Default capacity, we'll need at least one node for the default cluster. So we're gonna have one node instance for this cluster. And for VPC, I'm gonna use the default VPC. If you do not have default VPC, you can create a new one. Okay, so this is gonna import my default VPC. Either create a new VPC or import default VPC. So I'm gonna import my default VPC, and I pass the VPC into the cluster property here. And we need to declare our kubectl layer. Okay, we actually need this to be installed. So I'm gonna npm install this module. npm install this module. Okay, then we got this layer. Use this layer. So now we have a cluster being deployed in our default VPC. So let's deploy it. The EKS AWS SDK demo stack should be export here and import into the bin here, and we are gonna declare our environment stack environment variables like this. Okay, and I'm gonna deploy into US East 1. So because the Amazon Code Catalyst is in US West 2, so I need to export AWS region US East 1 and US East 1. Okay, and now npx cdk diff. Okay, let's see what's going on. So we are gonna create the cluster and a bunch of AWS resources, no group, with a single instance, and we still need a service account. So the service account is for Kubernetes. It's a IAM principal mapping. So I'm gonna create a service account, and the service account name, let's call it SA. Okay, default. Okay, let's do it again. CDK. Okay, I think we are good. Let's just deploy. Okay, and this could take a while, like 20 minutes. So feel free to grab a coffee and come back when you deployed. Okay, so now we are deployed. And now we need to download the kubectl CLI. Go to AWS EKS kubectl. Download. And we are gonna download for Linux MD64 129 open terminal. Bin. Okay, awesome. Okay, we need to define a master's role, so we can assume that role. So I forgot. So let's create a master's role. New IAM role, master's role. Okay, let's do it again. Diff. Okay, deploy. So we'll update our stack by adding the master's role, so we can assume that role to run the kubectl. Okay, so now we need to update the kubeconfig. Just copy this command and paste, run. Okay, so added a new entry, right? Okay, so let's run kube get nodes. We should have one node running because of this, right? If we look at the service account, we should have a SA service account running here, right? Okay, so now we need to deploy a pod. Okay, so let's create a pod YAML. Okay, so the content looks like this. It's a pod. The pod name is demo, using service account SA, which we have already created. The container name is demo as well, and we are gonna use the Amazon Linux 2023 as our base image. You definitely can use other image if you like, and we are gonna run this a shell script like this first we run yarn update, and then we install tar, AWS CLI, less, Golang, and Vim, and we export environment variable. Make sure we are using US East 1 as our default region. Okay, so let's deploy this pod. I'm gonna run kube apply a pod. Okay, so this would deploy this pod into my cluster. So if I get PO, we should have this pod running. Yeah, demo running, right? Which is great. So now I should be able to get into that pod, get into the shell of that pod. Okay, we are in. So now we are in the pod. So if we look at like top, okay, no top. Okay. Anyway, so we can run the AWS STS get caller identity. We should see ourselves authenticated as a IAM role, which maps to the service account. If we look at our definition, so we are this role. This service account has a mapping role, and we have assumed that role here, right? Which is great. So now we need to write a tiny Golang app using AWS SDK to authenticate ourselves. Okay, to get our caller identity in Golang. So what can we do? So I don't know how to do that. So let's ask Amazon to AWS STS get caller identity. Show me how to do that. Okay, so we need to do this. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna copy the code, go directory, and I'm gonna have man go copy the code. Maybe we should run go mode init github.com Pahud demo go mode tidy. Okay, I guess we can run go run man. Okay, so the result is equivalent to AWS STS get caller identity, which is great. Okay, so I'm gonna share another tips how to copy local directory into the pod. Okay, so let's say if we have the application running here at Go, for example, right? And I'm gonna copy all to my local directory CTL, and my the pod name is demo, right? And the directory is Go, right? To local CP. Awesome. So next time, if we have another pod running, I'm gonna delete this pod, for example. Delete pod demo. Control C, cube, get pod. It should be terminating, and terminating. Okay, let's deploy again. Pod. Okay, it's running, right? And let's get into the shell again. And we do not have the Go directory, right? So we can copy all the way from local to into the pod. Let's do it. Okay. Yes, and just cd into the go build. Okay, and just run the demo. Okay, that's it. Okay, last but not least, if you are ready to destroy everything, it's super easy in CDK. So let's just do the npx CDK destroy, and everything would be destroyed. Okay, that's it. I hope you find this video useful. So literally you can deploy any AWS SDK applications, Golang, Java, .NET, C#, C++, anything into the EKS cluster to as a service account like this, and using CDK to simplify the infrastructure and the cluster deployment and destroy. I hope you find this video useful. We'll see you next time. Bye.